We are going to start by soaking our produce with our fruit and veggie soak from Young Living. I've been using this product now for about 2 years. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. Anytime I have a recipe that calls for fruit or veggies, I soak it in this solution. It's all natural. It's incredible to see how dirty the water is when it's finished being soaked. It makes me feel so good because it means that it's working, and I just feel better that not all that disgusting stuff is transferring over into the recipe. I let everything soak for about 5 minutes and then I give it a good rinse, and then we can get to chopping. Here are all the ingredients for this recipe. You have your organic boneless skinless chicken breast, the pepper jack cheese. We get the lactose-free kind because my fiance Bill has a lactose sensitivity. We try to get that as often as possible. Verde salsa, Philadelphia cream cheese, 1 onion, jasmine rice, salt, pepper, paprika, cumin, garlic powder, cilantro, a lime, and the poblano peppers. You are going to start by slicing your poblano peppers into thin strips. If you like a little bit more heat, I would leave some of the seeds inside the peppers and transfer that over to the dish, which we do. We love spicy food in this house. But if you're looking for more of a mild dish, I would try to remove all the seeds. Then once you slice them up, cut them in half, it just makes it a little bit easier stuffing all of the pepper strips into the chicken. Then once you have that done, you're going to chop up your onion. I had a really tough time tonight with this onion. I was tearing up like crazy. I had legit tears rolling down my face. I'm sure you guys can relate to this. I've heard a bunch of tricks where you can keep water running, a few other things. I wasn't close to the sink, so I just dealt with it. As you can see, I had to take a break and then wipe my eyes and then get back to it. So just be prepared for that. Then chopped up the cilantro. This is actually just a garnish at the end of the dish. So if you don't like cilantro, I know some people don't because it does taste soapy to some people. I love cilantro, so I feel like you either love cilantro or you hate it. Comment below, are you guys team cilantro or not team cilantro? I know my brother CJ hates cilantro. One tip to keep cooking as simple and as efficient as possible is to clean as you go. I am huge into that, and I try to do that as often as possible. Here I'm rolling a lime, which is a little hack for getting the lime juice as juicy as possible when you're cutting the lime. And you actually pop it in the microwave for like 10 or 15 seconds, then you roll it again, and then you cut it down the center, and you'll find that it's way more juicy than it was when you started. Really helpful when you're putting the lime juice, the lime squeezes into Coronas in the summertime. Really, it's super good for that. Here you're gonna butterfly your chicken breasts, and when you butterfly them, you wanna make sure that you're cutting them directly in the center, and you don't wanna cut them all the way open because then the stuff will fall out the other side. So it makes it a lot easier. It's like a book. You're opening it up and then stuffing it and then closing it like a book. There's my baby girl, Layla. She just had to say hi and make her cameo for the video. Again, clean as you go and wash your hands from all that gross, disgusting chicken juices. I absolutely hate working with chicken. I think it's so disgusting. Here, I'm just preheating the oven to 425. So it's nice and hot for after I'm done stuffing these bad boys. The cheese, you're going to want to slice it about a 1/4 inch thick. You don't want them to be too thin, but then you don't want them to be too thick because then it won't melt all the way through. So about a 1/4 inch or like 1/8 of an inch thick. Then here you're going to stuff spread the Philadelphia cream cheese in between the chicken breasts. I made a huge mistake here and I wasn't realizing what I was doing, but I was double dipping the knife into the cream cheese container, and I realized that like halfway through, and then I had to throw away the cream cheese because that's disgusting. So don't make the same mistake that I just did, and thankfully it was already halfway gone, so it wasn't a total loss. Once you finish that up, you are going to then stuff your poblano peppers into the center of the chicken. I would say like 5 or 6 as many that can comfortably be stuffed in there because you want the dish to be nice and flavorful, and the peppers really permeate the chicken from the inside out and makes it super yummy. Then you're gonna put your pepper jack cheese on top, and then mix up all of your dry spices. I'm just eyeballing everything. I think I use like maybe 2 teaspoons of each. And then here I realized that the cap was still on the paprika, and that's why I had to, or I think that's the cumin. I think that's why I had to obviously buy a new one because this one's almost empty. You're gonna set the timer for 25 minutes, and then I checked it and it looked really good, but I ended up putting it back in for another 5 minutes just to melt the cheese a little bit more. And there you have it. You're just going to garnish it with the fresh squeezed lime and some chopped up cilantro. Highly recommend it. It was super flavorful. It was something different just to change up the weekly repertoire of recipes that we make. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and we will see you on Tuesday.